Welcome to our second group of producers. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're very excited to have you. Now, I'm Ken Nagel, one of the executive producers here at the 10 Show. And this week, the second group of our 5 producers will commence on their exciting journey. Now, as you know, last week we finished our first round, and tomorrow night we will reveal which 3 of the 5 producers will be going on to the next round. You have until 3 p.m. Mountain Time to cast your vote. This week, the 5 of you will start with the same modest budget. And with that budget, you'll need to, of course, select a script, which is why we're here tonight. But not only that, you'll need to decide if you want to hire a director, and then, of course, cast a show, conduct the rehearsals, design your set, and of course, perhaps most difficult of all, to get butts in those seats, for which we hope will be all accomplished in the theatrical form that we call the 10-minute play. So, tonight the 5 of you, of course, begin on that journey, and we hope will be an unforgettable theatrical experience culminating this Saturday night, right here, or online, of course, for those that are able to watch it online, which is everyone, we think. Now, like last week, 3 out of the 5 of you will be advancing to the next round. Now, which 3 of you it will be, only time will tell. So I think before we get into the play selection process, it might be very nice to hear from each of you about what drew you to the theater and what you might be looking for in a script tonight. So Cassie, can we start with you?
Sure. I love the collaboration of theater and the exploration of people's lives and stories, and I'm looking for a play that is genuine and true to human nature.
Excellent. Patrick?
Sure. So I actually started my experience with theater in my early high school days, and at that time, I think as many people are, very awkward child, and theater provided a place for me to feel like I belonged, and it had a really positive impact on my life. And so that's what I'm looking for with this particular play, is I'm looking for something that can be equally as impactful and hopefully be a positive influence on our community.
Excellent. Michael?
I'm Michael. My very first memories ever are performing and being in the world of theater. I've been doing it as long as I have been on this earth, and I love to get to share that opportunity with other people no matter where they are in their life. What I'm looking for in a play, I think all of these plays are great. I'm looking for a play that I personally can connect with and that I feel like as a producer I can do a really good amount of justice to.
Yes, and hopefully that will be something that happens. Chris?
I'm Chris. I love theater because I believe that when we sit with a character as actors, or when we experience something with actors as an audience, we flex our empathy muscles and we become better people. What I'm looking for in a script is structure. I'm a teacher, and so structure is really important. Stories are part of our heritage, our history. They are the language of our heart. And when something is built around a solid structure, then it speaks to us very easily.
Yes. All right, thank you. Jordan?
I'm Jordan, and I started theater in high school, mostly as an outlet. It was cathartic for me, and then I fell in love with storytelling and being able to explore and express yourself and to be able to share with somebody else that they're not alone, that they can relate to whatever you want to show them. And what I am looking for in a script is something that is real, something that is fun, something that has an opportunity for humor and creativity.
Well, we hope we can find that tonight. All right, so each of the 5 of you have the same $250 budget from which you will be pursuing the script of your hopes for tonight. The other thing that you have to keep in mind is that all of you will have that same process of going through the scripts. All of these scripts were submitted from a large pool, and we've selected 5 that we'll take a look at. The scripts in the play are right over there, and we'll start that process very shortly. Now keep in mind, as we stated, you have the option of hiring a director, or you may choose to direct it yourself. The other thing you'll have to think about is you'll need to bid for the services of actors, and that starts tomorrow night. So keep that in mind within your budget. You'll also need, of course, to go through that process of staging, and that all comes from your budget as well. The one thing you'll need to think about is tomorrow night, the actors will come and they'll read sides. And so once you know which play you've acquired the rights to, you'll also go through that element. Now, for each of our scripts, the minimum bid is $25, and all bids must be in $5 increments. So keep that in mind in that process. Now, in honor of our sister show, Enter the Hex, we have in honor of our sister show, Enter the Hex, coming this January 2020, The Ugly Deep. That has no reference to anyone here, of course. But we are going to roll individually this 20-sided die to determine which of you 5 will go first. So if you wouldn't mind all standing and then perhaps grabbing your nameplate, and we'll have you lying over there. And Cassie, you have the honor of rolling first. All right. Exciting. Cue the excitement music, I think. But here we go, Cassie. Well, a 3. But, you know, sometimes that can work out. I think we'll still have you there, so...
We could all get ones.
That's right. You're still in first place. It may not last long. Patrick, you know this die well.
I do. Oh, there we go.
A 12. I'll have you take your nameplate,
okay.
and if you wouldn't mind going around.
Not at all.
All right, Michael.
My charisma modifier is 4.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes any difference.
Wow.
Yes! Sorry.
Natural 20.
Sorry.
Wow.
No, not tonight. Okay. Michael, why don't you come around?
All right,
We'll put you
headphones.
in first position. Chris.
Very excited.
A 5.
Ouch.
Well,
Not
that-
last.
It's one way of looking at it, I always say. And Jordan. An 11. I believe that puts you right here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Does, yes.
All right. Excellent. All right. This is my favorite part. Excellent. Now, you had the 5 scripts to choose from, and from that, of course, we'll start that process of bidding. Now, keep in mind that there is a minimum bid and there's a cast size, so we're going to track that as we go through it, each of the plays. Also, of course, because each script we feel is different and each script we feel is very strong, there may be different things that you're looking for. However, you have to go through that process of getting the script that you want, and that becomes an interesting element of the 10 show. So producers, you'll have 10 seconds to make your strategic bid, and then we'll reveal the bids one at a time. We'll start the clock. After, of course, we look to Michael to say which of the 5 plays do you want to put into play?
I was so excited to get a natural 20, but I actually didn't want to go first. But I would like to put A Dog's Life into play.
A Dog's Life into play. Well, very exciting. Let's hear about A Dog's Life.
This is the story of a couple and a stray dog who become family. A Dog's Life by Ronnie Larson. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast 3 male or female in any combination.
All right. So please take your tablets before you, and 10 seconds on the clock, starting now. You're in the secret position. All right, Michael, can we see your bid?
Yes. I love this play.
$110.
Wow.
Excellent, yes. Patrick, $30. All right. Jordan, $90. Chris, okay, no bid at this time. And no bid at this time. All right. We have 2 bids that will be competing. we have Michael and Jordan. And I believe that at this point, the writer is not on the line for us. So the play is awarded to Michael.
Oh my gosh, thank heavens. Thank you.
All right. That being the case, we will now go to Patrick. Please erase your bids. Except for Michael, you can relax. Your work here
I'll draw some
is
pictures.
not done. There's still more to come.
Oh no, I'm already planning things.
All right. So, as you'll see from the tally board, you have your budgets and your current balance in your bids. But we'll turn to Patrick for which play will we put now into play?
I'd like to bring into play Minding Your Manners in the Death Circle.
Minding Your Manners in the Death Circle. A very interesting title, I think we all agree, by Emma Carter. Let's hear about this play, Minding Your Manners in the Death Circle.
In a world broken into 4 distinct houses where students must fight to the death to survive, 2 heroes will risk their lives to reclaim a long-lost magic, freeing not only themselves, but their entire world as they know it. Also, it's a comedy. Minding Your Manners in the Death Circle by Emma Carter. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast, 3 female.
Excellent. All right. We're getting a few more actors in each of these plays, so that makes it a little more interesting. All right, you have 10 seconds on the clock. Producers that are remaining, except for Michael, please use that time to place your bids. All right. Patrick, we'll have you bid first. $30. Jordan. $40. Chris. No bid at this time. And Jordan. Yes. Cassie. No bid at this time. 2 are consistent. I like that about you. All right. So we have 2 of you that have bid for this. And let's see if we have the writer on the line. We do have the writer. Excellent. Emma, are you there?
Hi.
Hi, thanks for joining us and thanks for writing a wonderful play. We have 2 playwrights that have bid on your play. They'll each have a minute to have a conversation with you. I'll invite Patrick up first, and he will talk with you, and you can talk with him, hence the term conversation.
Awesome.
All right, the time begins now.
Hey there, Emma. It's really nice to meet you. I loved your play for a few different reasons. One, as I mentioned before my intro, is I'm looking for something that can kind of unite people. And I feel like right now your play really encapsulates this idea of people being divided and how just simple things can bring those people back together, even though it seems like magic. So as far as percentages go, too, I want you to know that as far as on the back end, I want to give you 40% of whatever we make as far as ticket sales go.
Wow, thank you. That's awesome.
Do you have any questions for Patrick?
Do you, was there anything specific are there any people that you specifically are interested in casting in this role, or do you already have an idea in your head? I don't know which time
I honestly am not sure. I'm hoping to see what the chemistry is like tomorrow. We have a lot of great female talent specifically. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now we will bring Jordan up. Jordan had a bid of $40 to Patrick's 30 plus 40% of the house. So let's hear what Jordan has to say. 1 minute on the clock, starting now.
Hey, Emma. I don't know if you're watching, but I wanted to let you know that I love the use of satire in your play. Satire is so important to me. I love it. I love the use of it. And I also love that you've made 3 beautifully strong women roles. And I love that there's a use of stage combat. So those are things that we don't get to see women doing often, especially in theater. So I would love to have the opportunity to put this play, bring it to life, and give it what we've got.
Thank you. That's awesome. Do you have any stage combat experience?
I do have some, and then I do have some other resources that are very experienced that I have in mind.
Awesome. That's great. Were you a fan of any of the oh gosh, I can hear the
Hunger Games, I
time
read
going.
them, yes. Harry Potter, I didn't read them, but I watched all of them. Same.
Well, that's not hardly. That's fantastic, actually. All right. Thank you, Jordan. So, Emma, I think you've heard from our two competing producers regarding your play. You have 10 seconds to deliberate, and then we'd like you to tell us who would you like to produce your play. Starting now.
Oh gosh, this is really hard. I'm such a fan of Patrick from Enter the Hex, and I love.
All right, and your choice?
Oh gosh. Oh, okay. I am, because I'm a fan of Enter the Hex. I'm gonna go with Patrick. But Jordan, I am so like. I just thank you so much for bidding, and I thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. And Patrick, you have earned the right to make Minding Your Manners in the Death Circle.
All right.
You got a fan.
I don't want to say anything, but I see a slight pattern here.
We're just going in order.
That's what it seems like.
It's easiest that way.
All right, Jordan, you made a strong bid, but it is up to you now to select of our remaining 3 plays, which will we put into play?
I would like to put Note to Self into play.
Note to Self. Excellent. All right, let's hear a little bit about Note to Self by Kate Wiley.
Zoe is about to jump off a mountain. The hiker who reaches out to her gets a lesson in despair. Both characters learn that the hardship of surviving day to day might be worth the risk. Note to Self by Kate Wiley. Minimum bid amount $25. Cast 1 male and 1 female.
All right. And a unique play. It's going to be interesting to see. You have 10 seconds, producers, to place your bid starting now. All right. Jordan. $100. Okay. Chris. Blank again. Thank you for that. And Cassie. $80. Okay, 2 strong bids. Let's see if we have the playwright on the phone. We do. So that's exciting. We'll take that. Kate, are you there?
I'm right here, thanks.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We have 2 bids for your incredible play, Note to Self. We are going to have Cassie join us first to have a conversation with you about why she should produce the play. And that'll be 60 seconds. Cassie, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 60 seconds on the clock, starting now.
Kate, I absolutely loved your play. I think it has a really important message that I want to help bring to life about mental health and about people helping each other. You know, on one hand, the girl, she is in that position where we've all felt like we're kind of on the edge of a cliff, right? But there's always someone there that can reach you. And there's always someone there that can help. And we need to keep continually reaching out to those people. In addition, if you pick me, I would like to offer you 40% back end as well.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have anything for Jordan? For Cassie, I'm sorry.
Cassie, have you thought about how you would stage the cliff edge?
I have a little bit. I would like it to be front and center, and that's about as far as I've gotten with that.
Okay, that's a start.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Cassie. All right, Jordan. Jordan's bid came in at $100 in case you haven't seen it online. So we'll get 60 seconds on the clock. And Jordan, you have a minute with Kate.
Hey, Kate. I'm really happy that I get to talk to you. I wanted to let you know how deeply I connect with your play. Suicide and depression has been a huge part of my life between myself and my family, and it is really, it's so difficult to do it justice and to approach it sensitively in such a short time frame, but I think that we can do it. And we live in such a fortunate time that we can talk about mental illness. And one of the most important things we can do is keep the conversation going. And that's what I want to do with your play.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, we still have 20 seconds, so go ahead, Kate.
Oh, I have 20 seconds. Okay. Jordan, have you thought about how you would stage The Cliff Edge?
You know, I want to collaborate with some directors that I have in mind. So I don't know if I will be actually the one staging it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Great.
All right, well, thank you, Jordan. Kate, you
Yeah.
have two strong bids from two of our producers. You have 10 seconds to let us know who you would like to produce your play.
It's a very hard decision. They're both wonderful bids, and I really appreciate them. I think I'm going to go with Jordan.
All right, excellent. I'll hand that back. So thank you, Kate, again. And Jordan, true to form, here you are. All right.
It's because we all practice sitting down at the same time.
I'm very amazed. Apparently the die never lies in this particular group of producers. Okay, let's turn the time over to Chris. So Chris, we have 2 strong plays remaining. Which would you like to choose from?
Persephone, please.
Persephone. All right. Persephone. Let's take a look at Persephone and learn a little bit about it as well.
A modern riff on the myth of Persephone, forced to leave her family and life behind forever. But this Persephone, a deceased young mother, returns to give her small child a surprising gift, a new mom. Persephone by Jennifer O'Grady. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast, 1 male and 3 female.
All right. Our largest script to date so far in the 10 show, but the 2 of you have the opportunity to bid. You have 10 seconds on the clock. Let's start the bid now. All right. Chris, can you show us your bid? $100. All right. And Cassie? $85. There's a lot of interest in this as well, as we would expect. So, do we have the writer on the line? The answer is no. So the play is awarded, without doubt, right in order, to Chris.
No
Congratulations.
way. I know.
Rather
that's such a
remarkable.
good
It is. All right, producer. Cassie, of course, the last play is your play, and it is Byzantine. But let's learn a little bit about Byzantine by Talak Rivas, and so a little bit about it as well.
The table at a garage sale sparks the topic of upbringing between the seller and the buyer. Byzantine by Talak Rivas. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast, 1 male and 1 female.
All right, so of course you have the option to bid whatever you'd like, including the minimum. What would you like to bid?
I'm going to stick with the minimum.
Okay, that will give you more options for tomorrow night, which is pretty important. And if you take a look at what we call the board, and you can see the impact of your decisions tonight. Of course, the back end does not count against your budget, but you still have to utilize what you have from that in order to do the casting tomorrow night. So let's talk a little bit about that. Starting the casting process tomorrow night will be a very exciting event. We've really enjoyed last week. We know tomorrow we're hoping to get a strong set of actors. We have 3 groups that we're going to be pulling from. The first group is, of course, actors from our pool that have provided their services for the play, for the 10-minute plays that we have. They will be coming to read sides that you will give to them. You'll have time at that to contact those that you feel would be desirable for your particular play, and they will come hopefully tomorrow night to read for you. The second pool is a little bit different. These are individuals that you might know of, that you feel you want to contact to have them come down and also do a reading. Now keep in mind that those individuals will also be part of the process. And so, given that the case, they're going to also be required for you to bid for their services. The two high bidders will be permitted to make their case to the actor. And it's probable that they will select you, but it's not guaranteed. Now, the other group of actors, of course, are those that are not part of our official acting pool, and perhaps not even those that you contact, but those that are watching tonight and feel like they would be a strong participant. Okay, so that's going to be our acting pool that we need to go through. Now, before we get to that little element where you talk to each of the actors, we want to talk about directors. So let's take a look. We have 4 directors from which you can choose from. You do not have to select a director, but it's optional, up to you. So, Michael, will you be directing, or will you be looking to hire the services of one of our directors?
I'm going to be directing.
All right, excellent. Patrick, will you be directing or looking to hire the services of a director?
I would like to hire services.
Excellent. Jordan, how about yourself?
I'd like to hire.
All right. And Chris?
I'll be directing.
You'll be directing. Excellent. And Cassie?
I'll be directing.
Okay. So we have Patrick and Jordan. Now, like the other efforts, you get to decide which of you would like to select the director. And then you will be able to bid on that director. Again, a $25 minimum bid. So Patrick, because you're in the first position, who would you like to first bring into the directing pool?
I would like to bring Jen Groves into the directing pool.
Excellent. All right. So, Jordan, you have the option of bidding as well, but we'll put 10 seconds on the clock. The two of you, place your bids now. Okay, unlike the others, we will simply go with the high bid, and let's go from there. So, Patrick, your bid for Jen Groves, $40. All right, and Jordan? Exodus time. So that means that Jen Groves will be directing with Patrick on his play, Minding Your Manners in the Death Circle, one of my favorite tongue twisters of them all. All right, last, of course, Jordan, you get to choose which of the directors you would like to choose for your particular play.
Well, I'm going to put Joshua Durfee into the director pool.
Joshua Durfee. Let's
$100.
Wouldn't that be great? You could all bid. But of course, what will be your bid for the services of one Joshua Durfee?
$25 plus 15% of potential winnings.
Excellent. All right, we'll make a note of that. And we'll also reflect that on the board. You can see that has also been deducted from your totals up there. And there you have it. All right. So now we are at the point where we would like each of you to make your case for the actors that you would like to invite down and what your play is looking for, as well as, you know, your efforts to try to attract them to come here tomorrow night for that part of our show. So Michael, we'll start with you.
Okay, well, this show is hilarious, but it is very physically demanding, and I'm going to be demanding on the people that are in it. It has a lot of lines and a lot of physical comedy. I need 2 people that could be a believable couple and someone that can be a believable dog. Literally. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and if you're willing to work hard and put yourself out there and get your face licked by another human being, this is the show for you.
And who doesn't? That should be everybody, I think. Except for my brother, of course. He's not interested in that part of it. All right. Thank you. Patrick.
Yes, so I am looking for a lot of very strong female talent with some experience as far as movement and stage combat goes. If you have experience as far as dancing goes as well, I feel like this has a lot of flow and rhythm to it. So please, if you aren't experienced with fighting, don't keep that or don't let that keep you away. I definitely want to see what you can do and the energy that you can bring to this piece. In addition to that strength, though, I also need to have a sense of grounded honesty and vulnerability. That's very, very important for this piece, and the two contrasts of those two different types of energies. So please come tomorrow. I hope to see what you've got.
Excellent. All right, Jordan, why don't you give us your plea?
So I'm looking for two strong, very strong actors. I need one mature male and one female, a young woman. The biggest thing is that you need to be comfortable with vulnerability. It's going to be a deep one.
Yeah. It's true. All right, Chris, talk to us about Persephone.
Okay, Persephone is really well built. So we don't need to bring a lot of structure to this play. So if you just want to jump in and get right to the good stuff, then I want you to be on my team. Practically speaking, we do need a middle-aged or older female to play the mother. And on top of that, one of the things that I love about this play is that it engages the audience. It begins with the audience, it ends with the audience. The overarching dramatic question is right there for the audience. So I need someone who's comfortable going to the audience to play Persephone. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Gonna break that fourth wall. Have fun. All right, Cassie, tell us about your play.
I'm going to need one male and one female. For me, as a director, it's really, really important to see vulnerability and honesty. So please come and bring yourself, but put yourself in the situation of these characters, as they are both kind of in the crossroads in their life, and it's a very symbolic play, and they find some sort of solace with each other.
Yeah, beautiful. Actors, we know that if you come tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, you're going to find this to be an incredible experience. These are very different plays, but very powerful. I think we'd all agree. So come tomorrow night at 7 p.m. here at the Hive and be prepared for that cold re-decides of one or more plays. At the end of the audition period, producers and directors that will be here, that they'll have 10 seconds to choose from each of you. So it'll be somewhat of a fast action tomorrow night. Get ready for that. Now, more audition details are available at hivetix.com. So go to hivetix.com and you can read more about these particular roles. So that's it for tonight's show. Join us tomorrow for the casting call. Also, we'll be revealing who is moving on to round 2 from the first half of our show. And don't forget to book your tickets for this Saturday's show at hivetix.com. If you want to help a particular producer out, and some of them have dwindled down in funds, keep in mind that you can not only save money on your ticket, but also half of the ticket amount goes to the producer. So that gets kind of exciting. So that is producer and then their first names, as you see before you, all one word, lowercase. So Michael, what is your producer code?
My producer code is producer Michael, like the normal boys spelling of the name. Like the archangel.
That's how I always phrase it. All right, Patrick, how about yourself?
Producer Patrick. 2 P's. Hard to forget.
There you go. And Jordan.
Producer Jordan, not the traditional spelling. It's got a Y in it.
I've noticed that. All right. And producer Chris.
Producer Chris, for all of your ticket needs. Producer Chris. Help fund my show. Producer Chris.
Yes.
Oh, and always rounding out, Cassie, tell us about that.
Yes, mine will be producer Cassie, Cassy.
All right, well, that's it for all of us tonight. We're looking forward to tomorrow night's fun. And please join us at HiveTix for purchasing your tickets. And everyone, break a leg.
Woo.
Let's do it.
Yeah.